Welcome back, everyone. I make a new video for you every Tuesday and Thursday, teaching families just like you how to raise financially astute children. It is humbling to keep on creating these videos for you. Humbling when I put in the hours of work to think through things and to put it all in words to convey the message and then have no views. My hope is that one day someone will find this repository of wisdom and be able to change the future of their own children for the better. Knowing that one family, even just one child, has benefited will make it all worthwhile. God has led me to this, and it feels like a call from above. And that's why I keep on going, creating this content for you. This week, I suffered a case of gastro. I don't know where I picked it up, but the bug was nasty. Last Wednesday night it hit me, and I'm still recovering today, Sunday. My commitment has been to make a video every Tuesday and Thursday, and I mean to keep that. So let's go. Today's topic concerns all parents, as we've all had it happen. If you haven't yet, you will. Your child comes to you and says, "I lost my money." Maybe it was in a pocket. Maybe it was savings spent on something they can't remember. Maybe it was the note, including cash, for the excursion that never made it out of the school bag, and now it's disappeared. Whatever the version, every parent that has raised kids has lived through this moment. But before I go on, this video is for parents that want to give their kids a jump start on their financial future and teaching that lasts, even when they're all grown up. So, your child has lost money, or they've wasted it, or they've broken the plan you'd worked out together. Something in you wants to react immediately. The question is, what do you actually say in the next 30 seconds? Because that's the part that decides whether this becomes a lesson or a scar. Most parents, but not you, do one of two things, and both of them in their own way waste the moment. One, you could get angry. "How could you be so careless? Do you know how hard I work for that money?" Which teaches the child that mistakes with money are shameful. That's not useful. It's venting your frustration, and that comes from deep in your psyche. Two, or you rescue, quietly replacing what was lost so the child never actually feels the consequence, which teaches the child that consequences don't really apply to them. Again, this makes you feel like the rescuer because that's what caring parents do, right? Again, this response is about you. Here is a third option, one I've watched work in a classroom economy running real money for 8 years, and in the families of the children I've taught. So let's turn the worst moment of a child's financial year into the single most useful lesson they'll ever get. Beforehand, though, remember, anger teaches shame, and rescue teaches nothing. The third option is coming up after this. Corny, I know. Let's take anger first. When a child loses money and the response is anger, what they learn is not to be more careful with money. What they actually learn is mistakes with money are dangerous to admit. And a child who's learned that will start hiding money mistakes from you instead of bringing them to you, which is the opposite of what you want, because the mistakes get bigger and more expensive the longer they're hidden. It also turns into a habit they'll take into adulthood with other close relationships. You might scoff that it's only one time getting upset, but how many only one times have left indelible lifelong memories, responses, or unconscious coping mechanisms in you? Now, let's look at the rescue. It is well-intentioned and it comes from a good place, No parent wants to watch their child feel really upset. But when you quietly top up the jar, or replace the lost amount, or smooth it over, the child's takeaway is not gratitude. It's that money, for them specifically, resets itself. And there's no actual link in their mind between I was careless and something was lost. And that link, cause and consequence, is the entire foundation of financial responsibility. Remove it, and you remove the lesson. In one of the stories I've written, Phil has his bicycle stolen and is partly to blame. It's a character building episode. When the police arrive at the front door, his parents go through these responses and then apply the third option. Coming up soon. Both of the defaults come from the same place. Discomfort from watching your child feel something uncomfortable, and the emotions that then stir inside you. But discomfort, held for a few minutes in a safe conversation with you, is exactly where this particular skill gets built. Nowhere else. So rescue teaches that money resets itself. It doesn't. And that is the whole lesson to protect. So let's have the responsibility conversation instead. Here's the framework. It's not a script because the words change with age and the situation. And the structure, it holds every time. There's 4 steps. Step 1, name the fact, not the character. The money is gone. That's the situation we're in. Not, you're so careless. That's a character judgment. And character judgments make children defensive instead of reflective. Facts keep the conversation about the money, not about who they are. Step 2, ask, don't accuse. What did you think happened? Let them reconstruct it. Most children, given the space, will identify exactly where it went wrong without you saying a word. And a lesson a child discovers themselves lands 10 times harder than one you hand them. Step 3, let the consequence be real and proportional. And this is the step that most parents skip. If $10 of pocket money is gone, it's gone. It doesn't quietly reappear at the next allowance day. If a savings goal loses 6 weeks of progress because of an impulse spend, the goal genuinely takes 6 weeks longer. Not as a punishment, as a natural result of what happened. Children need to feel the actual weight of a consequence at an age when the stakes are still small, because the alternative is feeling that weight for the first time at 25, when the stakes are a car loan, or the rental bond, or the rent. Step 4, close with a forward plan, not a post-mortem. Next time you're carrying money, what will you do differently? And end on a plan, not on the mistake. The mistake is old news by the end of this conversation. The plan is what they carry forward. So, name the fact, not the character. The money is gone, not you're so careless. Well, what you're actually building here is not carefulness with cash. You're building a child's relationship with consequence itself. The understanding that actions and outcomes are connected, that mistakes are recoverable, and that the person to bring a money problem to is you. You're not someone to hide it from. I've watched this play out across hundreds of children over 23 years of teaching. The students who handled a lost or misspent float at the school fete, without shame and without bailout, were consistently the ones who ran their business ventures more carefully 6 weeks later. Not because they were naturally more responsible, but because they had already felt, once, in a low-stakes setting, exactly what a consequence feels like. The child who hears the money is gone, what do you think happened? What will you do differently? Doesn't hear you failed. They hear mistakes are something we work through together. not something I hide from you. That's the message that keeps the next mistake, and there will be a next one, coming straight to you instead of staying hidden. It's also the response that builds stronger families, ones that communicate about everything in a safe place, with compassion, understanding, and mutual respect. In the next video, coming out Thursday, is what comes after. The recovery framework that turns a single mistake like this into a durable habit of financial responsibility, instead of a moment that gets buried and repeated. I really do enjoy putting all my videos together. This one got me out of my gastro-infected brain for a while. If this message resonates with you, I'd love to know in the comments below. Your question for today is, has your child lost or misspent money? And what did you actually say in the moment? Not the version you wish you'd said, the real one. What worked? What backfired? And what would you do differently now? Drop it below or visit our Facebook community. These real responses are genuinely the best research I get for future videos. The link is in the description. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video, I consider you an Adventure Club mate. If you got value from being here today, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with anyone you think would also benefit. I'll see you in the next episode, Tuesday and Thursday every week. Bye for now.